film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome back, crew. Today we're looking at 1975's Last Tango in Paris, directed by Bernardo Bertolucci, starring Marlon Brando, and what's the woman's name? I always forget. Maria Schneider. Alberto Grimaldi production. This is 2 hours, 7 minutes. Why did I say 1975? Excuse me, 1972. 1972. And then this VHS release is actually 1990. And what's kind of interesting about that is from MGA United Artists Home Video is actually a letterbox format or widescreen format if you prefer. So to me, it's kind of interesting that they release a movie like that widescreen way back in the day as far as 1990 goes. I do like this movie. It's definitely up there with one of the ones you kind of need to see, especially as far as Bernardo Bertolucci goes, and that's just a fantastic name. I'm not the biggest fan of Marlon Brando, but it's kind of an important film in his archive. 1972, 2 hours, 7 minutes, Dolby System on linear tracks, digital video transfer, hi-fi, color, rated R. Good amount of tape there, so it actually still holds up pretty well. I don't recall this is one I bought recently that I found at Half Price Books, or this is one I owned. I don't think this is one I owned as a kid or as a teenager. I have different thoughts on this movie now than I did back then because the actors there have spoken out in the past recent years about some of the scenes in the film, or one of the major scenes of this film being not as consensual as you would prefer. I do remember that Jean-Pierre Léaud is in here. He's a French actor that was in a lot of Francois Truffaut stuff, including the Antoine Doinel sagas like 400 Blows and Love on the Run and all that. So obviously it's an important movie in the history of cinema. Some of this content's kind of questionable now, but it's definitely one worth watching if you haven't seen it. Obviously, if you can track down, I mean, obviously, if you find a streamer anywhere nowadays, it's most likely always going to be widescreen or letterbox if you prefer. Actually, comment down below, which term do you like better, letterbox, or do you prefer widescreen? Or do you prefer pillar box? Let me know about that. Again, 1972, 2 hours, 7 minutes, Bernardo Bertolucci, MGM UA Home Video. Did you guys see this in theater? Have you seen this subsequently since in theaters? Do you have any issues with scenes in it? And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and get the butter. Peace.